Hey guys, Alex here from Atomic Home Loans. Trust everyone's well. I had a meeting earlier this week with a prospective client or a future client. And one of the things that they were asking me is why they should refinance. So I obviously explained it to them, the values, the pros, the cons, but it made me think that, hey, maybe there's a lot more people out there that don't truly understand why you should refinance and what the value is. So hence the video. Now I do just want to explain there's obviously a couple of pros to refinancing, and the first thing that sort of springs to mind really to everyone is refinance, you get a better interest rate. So better interest rate, you save quite a bit of money over the course of a loan on interest repayments or overcharges, fees, and so on. So to put it into perspective, look, if you've got a $500,000 loan and your current interest rate is 4.4%, let's take for example, refinance, you go to a new lender, your new interest rate is 3.9%, which is all very realistic, mind you. Now at 3.9%, the difference there is 0.5%, which on a $500,000 loan, that accumulates to 2,500, give or take, in difference in interest alone. So that's about $50 a week. So that's your first benefit of refinancing. So effectively, you'll be saving $50 a week in interest. But what I want you to think about, look, yes, 50 bucks a week. It's not an enormous amount. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not pocket change, but it's certainly not, going to make or break your financial future. Now, let's take a look at the effect that it'll have on your actual cash flow and your repayments. So say you bought a house or a property 4 or 5 years ago. Your loan size back then was 500,000, and you've done very well. You've repaid your weekly or monthly loan repayments quite diligently, and as much as you could, you have made additional repayments. So after these couple of years, so today, your loan size is about 350,000. Now, on a $500,000 loan, I expect your repayments would have been about $550 a week. Now, by refinancing, what you're doing is you're going to say, look, my loan is no longer 500,000, so therefore my repayments won't be on a $500,000 loan. Instead, we're going to refinance, and my new loan is going to be 350,000, which makes sense, right? But what it also means is your new repayments are going to be based on 350,000. So on a weekly basis, that would mean your repayments are now roughly about $380 a week. So all of a sudden, in the span of, look, a refinance takes about 2 or 3 weeks to complete. So in the span of two or 3 weeks, your repayments have automatically or suddenly dropped from $550 a week to $380 a week. So not only would you be saving the $50 a week in interest just by switching to a lender with a lower rate, but your actual repayments would decrease by roughly about $170 in this scenario, meaning you can do whatever you want with that $170. Obviously, I have my suggestions in regards to what you should do with that money, but it does give you that buffer. So, if rates go up or if something happens with employment or the business comes crashing down, or you're not required, so to speak, to pay $550 per week as you were previously. Your repayments are $380 a week, which it does create a bit of somewhat of a safety net. It's not to say that you should pay $380 a week if you can pay $550, but having the option to choose, it does create a lot more breathing space. And that's, in my opinion, the second benefit of refinancing, and probably one of the bigger ones as well. Now, the third positive of refinancing that I just wanted to show you is what the potential is, or what the future opportunity can be. So as I've explained, you're saving $50 a week in interest alone. You're also just reduced your repayments by $170 a week. So what can you do with that? Now, you've clearly got a good record, ideally anyway, showing your bank or your lender that you're capable and reliable of repaying $550 a week, which you've done diligently, like I said, for the last 4 or 5 years. Now all of a sudden you've got that extra $170 per week in positive cash flow or in excess cash. So it begs the question, should you not consider buying an investment property with that? Now, a lot of people think, oh, investment property, I need X, Y, Z in terms of deposit. Well, not necessarily. If you cross securitize, so if you use both properties, your home and your investment as security for a loan, you can borrow 100% of the cost of the investment property plus closing fees. So say you wanted to buy a $300,000 investment property, your closing costs would be probably about $20,000 on a higher end. So you can borrow $320,000. So $320,000, your payments per week would be about $350 a week. But your tenant or the person that's going to be leasing that property for you, because it is an investment, on a $300,000 property, you should expect the rental return to be about $300 a week. So you're getting $300, but your repayments for the investment are $350, meaning you've got to come up with $50 a week. But you've just saved yourself $170 a week on your home loan. So even in a situation where you refinance, reduce your repayments by $170 a week on your home loan, and then go out and buy an investment property, you're still going to be up on a weekly basis about $120 a week. So that's just for that example. Obviously, different case studies or different scenarios are going to unveil different results. But in the scenario I've just showed you, there's a very, very good potential that you can refinance and still be up $120 per week even after you buy a investment property. Now that investment property, yes, it's going to cost you $50 a week. That's all tax deductible, by the way. It's negatively geared. But if you buy it at $300,000 in 10 years, guarantee you that property will be worth about $600,000. So all of a sudden you've just created $300,000 in equity, which you can then use. If you sell the property, you can use and literally pay out your own home loan. Anyways, those are the 3 points or the 3 positives that, in my opinion, are primary and most relevant and most beneficial by refinancing. If you have any questions on the process of refinancing, if you want to know what the cons are, as limited as they are, to be honest, if you want a further explanation, or if you want a home loan health check, if you want to discuss buying an investment property, feel free to give me a call. I'm literally available 24/7 if you call me on the mobile. You can meet me in my office in Liverpool, or I can come out and meet you at your home. It's all complimentary, and I'd love to be able to get to know you more and see if there's anything we can do to help each other. Anyways, take care and all the best. Till next time, bye.